Hello. Okay, somebody say something. Um, give me 1 second. Er, is everyone else's audio coming through, though? Crap. Thank you. Uh, crap. How do I freaking fix this? I'm using OBS. I've never had this issue before. Uh, um, I've never had this issue before. Application audio capture. Let's try that.
And adjust the audio because sometimes it comes out a little louder than expected.
Okay, let's try that. Somebody say something.
Saying
Something.
something.
Okay, now we've got
Uh,
something. I've got something on the audio gain when someone speaks. I see it on the audio gain here.
Yep, it works.
Yay!
I was able to hear myself.
I am. We're sorry for for all that. I reinstalled Windows recently, and so I had to set some things up with OBS again. I digress. So, you have all been called into. Does everyone want to do their intros again?
I mean, I assume nothing's been heard.
Yeah, I guess. Guess we
mean,
should do that. My apologies. Binary, we'll start with you again.
No, I vote we go the reverse way.
Oh, okay, Jackie, we start with you.
Wow, I
Okay.
can't believe that worked.
Okay, well, that it did, huh? Um, so Esther
Face
is
my pain.
is a tiefling, with black fur and purple horns. Um, she wears a spiked collar, uh, a black leather jacket with a red inner lining, and a few pins for decoration. And is there anything else I missed from the last intro? I think that's everything.
All right,
Yeah, that's everything.
Ignis.
I hate that we're doing this in the reverse order because I had planned a joke about being the first non-automaton in the party, and now I can't make it. But
Or you're the last non-automaton in the party now.
spoiler alert: we have a lot of automata.
Yeah, at least two.
We have Atama too.
True. Oh, that even rhymed.
So I go either by Ignis or by Josh. I will be playing Ryson Montemont. He is a 33-year-old, about 7.5 foot tall teal Dragla. and he is a cleric of Marive. He's got a bronze prosthetic tail that he's had ever since he was a kid. And other than his clerical robes, the only real noteworthy thing is that he has a tattoo on his chest that is Marive's symbol, which is a cross with a sun in the middle. And that's a magical tattoo to help him, be closer to his god, Marive. And he's really just been traveling mostly by himself, trying to spread the word that all life is precious and trying to help other people along the way.
And all life is very precious. Catch!
Hey, I'm Catch. I hail from the north, Canada. I have the pleasure of playing Briesinger during this season. Briesinger is a automaton of the brass golem nature. He is a phoenix sorcerer, adept in diplomacy, culture, and society. Although he stands at 6'5", weighing close to 400 pounds, he often prefers to use his wits and intellect when faced with difficult situations. Due to his nature and the material from which he was fabricated from, fire actually melds and heals him as opposed to damages him. Due to that, he has grown quite fascinated with all aspects of fire, including but not limited to lightning, plasma, and other manifestations of what he considers the phoenix. His background is a Mystimon scholar, but he grew into becoming an investigator from spending so much time reading about everyone else's exploits and their discoveries. He decided to go and make some of his own.
And he has a dream of finding someday the legendary Mystimon Phoenix. Binary.
Greetings, I am Binary. As goes with my username, I am playing an automaton as well. I will be playing Bastille, a rather decrepit-looking automaton. Despite being in a perpetual state of disrepair, they seem to work just fine. Unlike my bronze brethren, I am of living metal, which seems to almost repair itself in the same state that he is left in a disrepair. As far as his reason for investigating, he is looking into things of his own past that he is unsure of and unaware of, and we will leave it at that for that. Yeah, I think that's all.
Alright. So, you have been called in to the Wayfinder Society headquarters, which is located in Kalrun, the capital city of Almana. You can bring up the world map, and Almana is that big continent towards the east. Kind of looks a little bit like Australia. And, well, you have been called in by Crystal. And as you walk in, you see that everything is hustling, bustling. People are running around crazy with their heads cut off. It's like
hope not literally.
something big has happened. Something major has happened. And they're getting calls left and right, and you see this blonde-haired woman who's arguing with her assistant towards the back of this big hall here, where you see there's lots and lots of desks here, and she is like, what is even going on here? And where the hell is Kyrene when you need her? And she finally turns to you and notices you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. We've got some major crap going on that I have absolutely no idea. I digress. Please follow me up to my office."
I'll
All
proceed
right.
to follow her up the stairs.
Yeah,
And
Bastille, follow.
Esther goes with her hands on her pockets, kind of whistling, you know.
So, as you enter Crystal's office, uh, Crystal turns to Esther and she says, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while."
I guess you haven't, huh?
Yeah, are you training these fine people?
Of course, for years. No, not really. No.
So, as for why I called you in,
Mm-hmm.
uh, have you been to Atlantea recently?
Um.
No, I have not.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the same.
All right.
Was that
So,
in the job application?
there. I've been getting some reports of a terrifying creature that's been terrorizing the people of Apargo in Atlantea. Apargo
Mm,
is located in northern Atlantea, way on the northern coast.
hmm.
And this creature sounds like it's something right up your alley. It doesn't sound like any Mystimon I've ever heard of. Uh, Briesinger, you might want to get your bestiary check ready.
I'm always prepared.
This creature is described as a large creature with bat-like wings, a dog or horse-like head, hooved feet, and a serpentine tail.
Hmm.
Uh, Anyone with the Mystiary lore skill, or anyone who wants to be, if you have the Mystiary lore skill, roll that. Uh, Otherwise, let's see here.
I'll be honest, it sounds awful lot like a chimera to me. Could that possibly be what it is?
What I was gonna say.
Just roll a Mystiary check, or if you don't have that, use. It's,
I would assume I
we'll
do have it from
we'll
Mystimon's
say
collar, correct?
yes, yes. If you
What
don't have
is...
roll occultism if you don't have Mystiary, the Mystiary lore skill.
Can I roll two?
Yes. Anyone?
That's a blind roll, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What is my proficiency in the Mystiary?
You are trained.
Trained. Oh boy.
I don't know if that was intentional, but that dice roll was private to every is a
Yeah,
secret roll.
that's yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
That's
Ooh. Starting off strong with a natural 20.
wow.
honestly, Seth, I say you let that one. I say you let that one get kept.
Yeah. For the future, knowledge checks are supposed to be blind,
Okay.
but we'll
Ooh,
let
I
that slide for
apologize.
this time. Uh, So, we have a 20 on occultism from Esther. We have a 28 on occultism from Bastille, and a 33 critical success from Brisinger.
Now,
So,
should I have the Mysteria lore skill as well? Since I do have Mysteria casting?
no. It
Okay.
You only get it if you have the Mystimon Scholar background, or if you have a certain subclass of a certain class.
Sure.
So you can just make occultism otherwise.
Yep. Well, that I did make it occultism. I was just verifying for future.
Okay. So yeah, you agree with Crystal. You've never heard of any Mystimon that it comes anywhere close to what she's describing here. It is very, very bizarre.
Not even the crit success?
Not even the critical success, because it's just it's so out there. The description doesn't make any sense.
I don't seem to possess any knowledge of this creature. It is completely alien to me, and I would dare even assume to this world.
And that
So
is
it's not a Mystamon?
who knows.
It could be classified as such. That is a generalization. In regards to whether I'm familiar to it, or whether this world in specific is familiar to it, I don't believe that is the case, no. It is perhaps an entirely new and unique Mystamon, if that's the case.
Well, whatever it is, it'll be gone before they can even see us. And
I would
he
hope
kind of like
we would.
chuckles.
I would hope we
Maybe.
would get a chance to study it.
Yeah, maybe don't kill it.
We could learn what we can from it, such that next people who face it could use that knowledge to their advantage, not
No.
going blind. Well, we're going blind into this. Do you prefer
Well,
to go blind into this, or with some knowledge?
she like crossed her arms like, "Grass, you're right."
I'm glad we are on the same page. In regards to its location, could you provide me some more knowledge about where it's terrorizing and if any patterns have appeared?
It seems to be terrorizing around the woods. It's specifically being seen around the woods there, nearby to Apargo.
Hmm.
Hmm.
How long ago did this creature appear?
The last report came in about 3 days ago.
And when did the first report come in?
The first report came in actually around the time that I founded the Wayfinder Society a couple of years ago. I just never thought much of it because it seemed so out there to me that to be
Perhaps
honest, I kind
you
of
thought
thought it was a hoax.
Yeah,
I
But
say
mean,
the same.
if it's been happening for years, is it really, how is it a big enough problem now that we need to do something about it?
the reports have gotten more frequent recently.
As in, its attacks increased, or there are multiple? Do you
As
know?
in, the reports used to be like one every 6 months or one every year. Now, in just the last month, the reports have been coming in one after another extremely frequently. I would say in just the last month we have gotten at least 45 reports.
Wow.
Somebody's hungry. Right.
Well, do we know what it eats? Perhaps we can, try to offer it another option. Maybe something that's not people.
Well, that's where the reports seem to vary as well. The reports say that it's attacking people, it's attacking wildlife, it's and the reports say that it's either consuming the entire carcass or just draining its life.
In what essence? Pun not intended.
Some say it's draining their blood, and some say it's draining their, like, Missy or something. Their life
So we
force.
don't have a whole lot to go off of.
The
Yeah.
creature could be necrotic in nature.
It sounds like it's an invasive species. I'm just gonna say it.
Sounds like an exciting opportunity to discover a new species.
To verify, you would like this creature killed.
What was
Mm,
that?
To
I believe we
verify,
said
you would like this creature killed.
Verify
Uh, I think we said we did not want to kill it,
we could study
or at
it, and
least
then,
not immediately.
yeah,
no.
studying its carcass and corpse would definitely prove useful, but preferably we observe it alive, hunting habits, nature of its Mystimon, how it drains people, whether or not we could return that life force to the people it's been draining from.
Hmm. Well, I will have to correct you. We said that we are not going to kill it, not that we didn't want.
Well, I would presume this fine lady would prefer this creature either killed or captured, so long as it stops terrorizing the innocent people in the surrounding villages. And the easier option, considering the situation that it has been putting these said villages in, would be to kill it. Moreover, these
Yeah.
are decisions to be made when faced with a bridge. Um, should we go to that bridge?
Hmm.
Yes, I don't think we will be getting anywhere else just standing around here,
Yeah.
both
You
literally
know,
and figuratively.
I met a guy that blew up a bridge once.
I hope the troll living under it didn't become homeless as a result.
Me too. Honestly, I don't know what's up with that. I didn't. I wasn't gonna be the one to interrogate the guy who blew up a bridge. I'm just saying.
He must have really had it out for that troll. Poor thing.
First the bridge, next me. You never know.
You never know.
Ashante. Out of character, Mr. GM.
Hmm.
How far away is this town from us?
So, if you look at the world map, Almana is that desert continent towards the east,
Mhm. And
and
we are in
Atlantea,
Calhoun.
Oh,
yeah,
so it's all the on the other side of the
on the other
on
side of
the
the
other side
world.
of a long sea. Yeah, so it's
So,
quite a way.
it's quite a way.
Hmm.
So, to get there, the Hidden Archives has in their possession a special airship
Ooh.
that's smallish. It can fit all of you. And, well, you just don't want to try flying it anywhere around the Quartergot Islands because airships are actually illegal in, in the Quartergot Islands.
These are the Quatrica Islands over here.
No, no. Atlantea is very, very, very far away from the Quartic Islands.
Hmm.
The Quartic Islands is that island chain in the center.
This one? The looping.
It's this one right here.
Yes.
I should really put labels on this map.
That would be beneficial.
So Apargo is way up here.
Hmm.
If everyone can come over to the world map, I'll show you where Apargo is.
Loading real quick for me. There we go.
Not something I can load in here. I don't think. Oh, I can. Apargo is right up there at the northeastern tip of Atlantea. It's very far away, but that's why we have an airship. And you will find that airship back at the ranch.
Quick question, everybody. Does anyone here know how to pilot, or preferably have a license?
Why don't we just ask Rune to pilot?
Yeah, let's leave that to the professionals.
Well, I'm just saying, if they ask for payment, I'm not. My wallet isn't budging.
Rune's never asked you for payment.
I don't know when that's gonna change.
So the ranch is over here. And the Quartic Island, Rune is right here, where you see this building icon there, that castle icon. That's Rune.
So we're going to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
At least we're not going by boat.
Yes. Now, you won't even have to travel through the Dark Vault Cavern to get back to the ranch. Because there is actually a teleporter in the basement of the Wayfinder Society headquarters.
Does the teleporter not have a link to the other continent?
Nope. And Crystal highly recommends not using it that way because, let's just say, she once tried using it to teleport back from the Quartica Islands and it blew up. Because the sheer distance caused a feedback. She's still working out the kinks with the distance. It only works from within Almanac. It won't work with anywhere else.
Right.
Because of that sheer distance, it won't work with very long distances.
Right. And the airship, how long before we can depart?
How long to what?
Before we can depart.
How long to until you can depart? Well, you can depart whenever you are ready.
Right.
Will it perpetually remain on the other continent for us, or is there a timeline?
Good question.
I'm not sure, actually.
Sure about what?
If
The
there's a
question I
timeline.
asked.
Whether or not the
Airship will remain perpetually on the continent once we fly there, or if there is a timeline before it will leave us.
Oh, it will stay. It will stay until you're ready to come back.
Hopefully, we do not perish and it is left there forever.
I hope
Or
the same.
we use it to come back when we're done. There is a middle ground.
And well, if we do die, I hope at least it's in a funny way.
It's okay. None of us will be dying while I'm around. You have my word.
And if you are not around,
But if we do, make sure it's funny.
Why are we talking about dying?
I mean,
Question
we
is,
are kind of going into a potentially dangerous mission, you know, it makes sense.
It is unfortunately something that is always a possibility in our line of work.
rarely is it a certainty. So, shall we go and discover the probability? Said airship.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
will we be paid for this job?
Yes, you will be paid.
Yeah, at least the paid's good since we unionized.
Crystal rolls her eyes.
You don't approve of the union, Madam Crystal?
she says,
We
I
don't know.
always thought of the Wayfinder Society as a union, but apparently other people thought otherwise.
Don't get me started.
Rarely is it the people at the top know how the people at the bottom suffer.
Indeed. But never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say.
All right. Are we ready to head out, or do you wish to peruse the shops here in Kalroon? Or
I have
whatever.
all my supplies. I am willing to wait around until anybody who wants to finish shopping or getting more is done.
Esther
I
goes
would.
and
Go ahead.
Esther goes and buys a pack of cheap candy for the ride.
Fair enough. I would like to go and purchase some consumables, specifically some potions,
Some
if any are
potions.
available.
Which
Yes.
actually Crystal can craft for you.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay. Do I need to provide the ingredients?
I have plenty in my stores for some of the more basic potions, like health poultices. It's the more exotic poultices that I may need the ingredients for.
I just need a couple of health poultices, if you don't mind. I'll provide you the coin for said poultices.
Sure thing. Let's head down to my lab. If Koi hasn't gotten into that again.
Who?
Oh, one of my adoptive daughters, who is actually supposed to be on the ranch.
Well, then I don't think you need to
Oh.
worry. I don't see how she could possibly get over here from there right now.
The teleporter. The teleporter
Hmm.
provides a direct link between the ranch and here.
Hmm.
Just like block it or something. Put a chair in front of it. I don't know.
That's not quite how teleporters work. It's not like a door you can just block.
I don't.
If you get a large enough surface to go over, then the teleporter is not able to teleport it.
I don't mind her so
Yeah.
much coming here. I just wish
Just
her girlfriend would come with her and keep her, you know, under control.
have you tried, asking?
Unprecedented.
Anyways, let us head down to my lab.
I
That's
believe
not a
that is a
response.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a no. But yeah, let's go to the lab.
So you follow her to her lab, which is located actually on the first floor, on the ground floor. And there's actually a door just off to the left, uh, just off to the left, to the left of the stairs.
Hmm.
And that door heads into her lab. And on that door is a sign that says "Kawaii, keep out." Esther has actually met
Uh,
Kawaii.
Have you tried locking the door instead of putting a sign?
I have. Apparently, she knows how to pick the lock.
Have you tried getting a better lock?
I'll look into getting a magical lock at some point.
Ooh, that's the bougie stuff.
So, you head into her lab where she cooks you up some potions. What potions exactly would you want? Would you like?
healing.
Healing potions. Okay. Let's look under item. We're looking for.
Oh, sorry about that.
There's healing potions. Uh, let's see here. She could do a moderate.
That's more than ample.
All right. She will craft you some moderate healing potions.
Thank you very much.
How many would you like?
Uh, let me confer with the group and ask if they require any before I do so. Um, Party, do you guys need any?
I was going to inquire on the cost.
Oh,
That would probably be something good to
this is
know.
a service that is included in your Wayfinder Society membership.
Yep.
Ah, I do not currently possess any.
I do not need any. Any healing I need shall be provided for me.
Esther crosses her arms. I can just dodge. But I mean, if you have any extra, I guess I'll take them.
Cool. So 2 each should be enough, I would assume. Unless
Yep.
you would like any more binary.
All right.
That should be fine.
Wonderful.
Okay.
6 potions. Thank you very much.
6 potions. Coming right up. I feel like I'm a bartender.
Essentially, in layman's terms.
Maybe I should redesign this lab here. Make it a bit more like a bar.
I mean,
Could
isn't a
have
bar basically just a lab with specific poisons, anyways?
I've never heard of alcohol referred to as poisons, but yeah.
I have.
my granddad's liver would beg to differ.
Yeah.
That sounds like a story.
Plenty of stories.
Plenty of stories. Probably
But,
plenty of stories to talk about later.
Esther also continues, hey, you're forgetting the most important part of being a bartender.
What's that?
What?
Being a half therapist.
That requires
Out of-
them to be intoxicated as well. Otherwise, how could they bear the weight of all the useless garbanzo that people dump on them on a regular basis?
Out of character?
That is so
Said
very
that
true.
speaking from experience.
That is so very true.
Said that from experience from working at a bar, baby.
And that sounds like a story.
Oh, it's a lot of stories.
I bet.
And none of them are mine.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of stories, and a lot of stories that we should probably get into another time. For now, Crystal brews you up your potions, 2 potions each. Even for Esther. Even though Esther didn't ask for any, I don't think.
Esther, grabs them when she thinks no one is
Oh.
looking.
Esther, Crystal brews up 2 healing potions, moderate, for all 4 of you. Each. So 8.
Someone else would like to take my 2. I will not be needing them. You may have them.
It could be wise for you to carry them on our behalf should we become incapacitated and incapable of using them, considering you are proficient in some manner of healing.
In that case, I will hold on to them.
Thanks, Doc.
Alright. If there is nothing else, you will find the door to the basement is the door furthest to the left. This building is like a big tower, basically. It's like a big one of those big castle towers.
Mm-hmm. So are they leading us down there right now?
We need to give Jackie a second. She says the lights did the thing where they go off for like 0.5 seconds and then come back on. The PC's turning back on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so give Jackie a second.
In the meantime, I'd like to ask you.
Welcome back,
never
Jackie.
mind. Welcome back.
What was your question?
I just wanted to ask which skills have the recall knowledge action.
I think most of them do.
Yeah, I think it's more dependent on if that skill applies to.
The main skills that have a recall knowledge are Arcana, Nature, Society,
Mm.
Religion, Occultism. And religion.
Gotcha. And you were saying, I think binary, you said it, or Ignis, I can't tell. But in certain situations, other skills might have
Yeah,
Yeah.
recall knowledge action.
up to the
Like-
DM, yeah, if there's like a specific skill that like recall knowledge could apply to.
Yeah, like for example, if you wanna, I don't know, wonder how a machine that you're seeing could work, you could probably recall knowledge using crafting. You know,
Gotcha.
that
Okay.
sort of thing.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So, you all head to the basement, to the teleporter.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Heading back to the ranch. Now, the ranch is over in this area. It is a massive ranch. Let's see here. I think I actually wrote an article on it. Let's check. I did. So the ranch is a massive 502 acres of grassy
Oh.
plains and mountainous terrain with some small forests here and there. And it sits within a region nestled within the mountain ranges and peaks of Mount Hellfire. Known to the Zolomban people, this entire area here uh, this whole region here is considered Zolamba. It's like a separate country.
Mm.
The Zolamban people are Sabretooth, actually. And this region is known to the Zolamban people as the Wiuntan Basin, which it means in the Zolamban tongue roughly Land of the Strange Lights. And indeed, as in your time here, you have experienced strange lights both in the sky and on the ground, which you can find absolutely no logical explanation for.
Also, Seth, real quick, can you kick me from from Foundry real quick? I'm trying to join, but it kind of says that I'm already in.
Kick. I don't like kicking her.
Would you
Well,
prefer to
technically you.
punch?
I'm very,
Yeah.
very, very sorry I had to kick you. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. I'm pretty buff. I can handle it.
Do not lie.
Is that helping? If not, try refreshing the page.
Oh, I'm trying, and I don't think it did. That's odd.
What's your browser?
Firefox. But I was using it uh, before I had to reset, and it was doing just fine.
No, I said close your browser.
Oh, I thought you asked what's your browser. Let me try that again. And still not working. That is a weird issue that I have never encountered before, I don't think.
Try a different
Could you
browser.
specify could you specify how you're facing it? Is it stopping you from logging in or loading the page altogether?
It's what when I go to select user, it my name is not like selectable because like names that um
Oh, yeah, I've had
yeah.
that happen before. Um, Seth, if you would kindly close and relaunch the session, it should refresh and allow her to log in.
Uh, let me try refreshing here. I tried refreshing
Oh,
my own page. Oh, it's showing you back in.
I am not back in, however.
Yeah, because that's where the error is because they're not in
yeah.
on our end, my end either.
Yeah, it's server side from what's it called? Forge hosting.
I'm not on Forge.
Oh, are you
We
hosting it
we're on
on
a we're
your
on
machine?
AWS. We're on AWS.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, I've encountered this issue with Forge, and I would imagine it's the same with other cloud hosting services. So if you would refresh the server, it should
Okay,
hypothetically
let's do
allow her in.
this. Return to setup.
Yeah, exactly.
And now I have to re-enter the admin password.
That's the one that goes like password 123, right?
No.
No, it goes admin password 123.
Oh, right, that's the password. Yeah, right.
And
I forgot. Sorry.
you forgot it needs a capital letter, so they capitalized the first letter.
Oh yeah.
No, actually,
Okay.
the P got capitalized because the symbol is an at symbol for the A.
Oh, true, true. You also need an underscore, so you gotta say it's like password underscore 123, right?
Should be able to log in now. Jackie.
Let's
I have to
let me checky.
Hey, that rhymes.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
I'm in.
I have to re-enter the admin password on the on OBS.
You're
Unfortunate.
not in.
There we go.
Now you're in.
There we go.
All right, I'll
Finally.
get the stream view password. There.
I guess it's National Technical Issues Day today, huh?
That's every day.
True.
As someone who
I
works
hate to.
technical support, it's definitely every day.
I'm
Oh
doing
yeah,
software
same.
engineering. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, I'm a comp sci major. You're gonna have a great time.
Oh yeah. First semester, and I'm already, and it's already being technical issue day every day. Well, going into the
Okay.
second now, but
People joke about turning it off and on again, but it actually works.
no, yeah, that shit actually works like 90% of the time.
Okay, so sorry for the technical issues, everyone.
So we were being.
you
Have you
were
been led into the basement yet, or?
Yeah, you've already headed into the basement and teleported to the ranch, and the ranch is a massive 502 acres of grassy plains and mountainous terrain, with some small forests here and there. And it sits within a region nestled within a mountain range, nestled within the mountain ranges and peaks of Mount Hellfire, known to the Zalamban people as the Wiyuntan Basin, which means in the Zalamban tongue, roughly, the land of the strange lights. And indeed, in your time here, you have experienced many strange lights, both in the sky and on the ground. which you can find no logical explanation for. And the airship is currently situated in the barn. Where you also find Rune. And Rune is a Frostelven woman who looks like she's been around the bend a few times. And she kind of looks like she's been around the bottle a few times, if you know what I mean.
She sounds
Yeah.
wonderful.
Fair enough.
And she says, "Oh, running out again?
Yep, you guessed it.
Where to this time?
Halfway across the planet.
Back to Atlantea
Yep.
again?"
Yes.
Yep.
Doesn't it seem like we go there every other week?
Not for me, at least. This would be my first time.
It wouldn't be my first time, but also I'm not the kind of person to go there every week.
Your first time going to Atlantea, huh? You're not missing much. Also, where you're going, it's cold. Very cold.
Luckily, I'm prepared for this, and I'm gonna randomly reach into my bag, which which is a bag of holding. I'm gonna start rustling around in there, and I'm just gonna randomly pull out a set of winter clothes.
Alright.
As he does that, Priesinger is just gonna whip out his hand, and in his palm, you can see sparks of flame begin erupting. And he's gonna say, "The cold never bothered me anyway."
And
Well, it bothers me, so-
Rude says, for a second there, when you reached your hand to that bag, I thought you were going to pull out a Nico again. We have way too many of those things around here.
You can never have enough of those.
I actually don't think I brought any winter clothes, but she shrugs. Good day to have fur, I guess.
Not all of us have that luxury.
Would you like some
I'll be fine, probably.
Some fur?
winter clothes?
Oh,
Though I can procure fur as well.
no.
Very well.
I'll tell you if I need them, though.
Alright. So, Brood motions you aboard the airship. Keep your hands and feet within the aisle at all times. Yada 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 yada. She's very bitter.
Do you not want to take us? You
It's
seem
my
upset.
job. It's my job.
Was
There
it
are
once
plenty
your
of
passion?
people who do.
Do you know anyone who enjoys their job?
Yes.
Yes,
I
I do.
enjoy this job.
Esther kind of like gives a very rare worried look and is like, "Girl, I think you should consider looking for another job." After you drive us there, of course.
Unfortunately, there's not many I'm good at. Besides this.
There's always time to learn a new skill.
Yes, at a
Yep.
different time. Not right now.
For Faye,
So,
you have way too many. You have way too much time.
How long do you estimate this trip is going to be? In
Several hours.
that
Not
case,
as bad as I thought.
I'll head to my quarters, or what is reminiscent of quarters, and I'm gonna go hour down.
Okay. You know, we've had so many automatons here that there's actually charging stations built into the airships now.
I don't require charging.
hey,
The life force that fuels me comes from the Phoenix.
hey, I have a question for you two, and she points towards the two automaton in the group. Can you guys like eat? I kind of just realized that I did when I went to like buy some candy for the trip. I did realize that I bought for 4 people, but I kind of don't know if I bought too much.
I can ingest, but I can't digest. As for my friend, I'll let him speak for himself.
I have not attempted.
Well, first time for everything, I guess. And she like tosses you a one of those like very cheap yogurt candies, you know? You know the ones?
Yogo?
Yogurt.
Oh, it's a yogurt candy. A yoga is something else.
I see.
So, yeah, Bastille doesn't have as much as a face as there are just like vents on the face. So he just slowly pulls it up to a vent and kind of just drops it in.
Is that safe?
I
If
mean,
anything, it could be fuel.
in moderation, I guess.
I just hope he's not lactose intolerant.
Me too.
I don't think I've ever heard of a automaton who is lactose intolerant.
Neither have I.
You haven't till you do.
we
So
have
far, I
a
feel nothing.
we have a commenter who says feed it pizza, it'll never eat another person again.
That was a while ago.
You know, depends on the pizza.
Possibly.
Was there something that was supposed to happen following eating?
Temporary gratification.
Yeah.
It has failed.
It
Well-
often does.
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say that he will not be wanting candy.
Well, experiment conducted. Wow, I'm good at the science thing.
Very.
It's only science if you take notes.
Shit, I didn't bring it. Oh, okay. I guess I'm like an unlicensed scientist then.
You don't necessarily require a license to be a scientist. All you need is an apt for the scientific method and a desire to implement it.
And notes.
Or in my case, you can make mental notes. But yes, those often do come in handy for beings of less cognitive function.
I'm a 3/4 scientist then. Or was it? Did you list 2 things or 3 things before taking notes?
Perhaps you should have been taking notes.
That would have been
Checkmate, I
better.
guess.
Oh my god. This is what it takes. This is why it takes us so long to actually get into the case, because the role play is so entertaining.
So, we speaking of which, we boarding the ship.
Yeah, you've boarded the ship about
we're
5
already on
minutes
it.
ago. It's just the roleplay is very entertaining.
And while Esther is like chucking down cheap candy, she's like, I just realized I maybe should have brought food too.
And at that point, Rude pushes the pedal. She goes full bore and suddenly and you and you go up and roll a fortitude save.
Everyone, or
Esther,
Just Esther, because she was eating a piece
having-
of candy at the same time.
Esther, having been on this kind of trip before, she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, when are we?" And then it starts. Also, fortitude is like my worst save, but let's go.
29.
I do think
She managed to
in-
not choke.
I do think in the trail of the ship, out of one of the many holes in Bastille, you just see the piece of candy that they shoved in their vent fall out and like be left in the air.
I guess we do that too, don't we, huh?
It's a little bit different. Just a little.
But I mean, functionally, it's the same, right?
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Everyone gets a story point. Here we don't have hero points, we have story points, and story points do so much more.
Do I jot that down in the hero point
Yeah.
UI? Okay.
Yeah.
And we begin with one hero point, correct?
Yep, you begin with one
Or,
story
sorry,
point.
one story point. Yeah.
So now
Wonderful.
you each
Thank
should
you.
have 2. And I will
case-
link that in chat here. And uh-oh, Jackie says it's happened again.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, we wait for Jackie. How about you tell us about story points so that any brand new listeners might know what the hell is going on? Should we use one?
We interrupt today's episode for a little insert. Today's subject, story points, brought to you by GM Seth.
So story points replace the hero points mechanic and are meant to be a more versatile resource both for players and the GM to affect resolution or set a scene. As well, they fit more with the theme of the campaign being more story driven. Story points can be earned by players in much the same way as they are as hero points are, including doing something that resonates with their character and accomplishments. In addition to this, players may choose to impact the story in the following ways and may earn story points when they do so. Complicate the scene, impose a detrimental effect, condition, or situation on your character, or even the group. Or establish canon, a minor fact related to your character that connects with the current scene. That is used by linking the current scene to your character. Some of the things you may do with story points. Something fortunate: the player can spend a story point to re-roll a check, or spend 2 to have the GM re-roll a check. Please don't abuse that.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Jackie. You could also spend story points to avoid death. You can spend story points to gain insight, to ask for a clue, insight, or lore fact about the situation from the character's perspective. You can spend 3 story points as a party to establish a moderate to major fact about the world that affects the story in some way. For example, the players may establish a side NPC as a major character, such as elevate a standard enemy to a villain or nemesis. That has been used in the past. let's see if Jackie can get back in.
Hopefully, let's fingers crossed.
I'm going to kick you again. I'm very sorry.
Like I said, I can handle it. I'm pretty buff. And no.
God
We are
dang it.
gathered here today to mourn the loss of Jackie.
Yeah, Esther just like fell off the window of the
No.
of the ship.
Goodbye, Esther. Oh, look, there goes the candy as well.
Looks
So
like
many
we have to
candy dumped into the
reset
sea.
the server again.
Please stand by.
Please stand by, everyone, while we reset the server again.
Yeah, this is to like to add realism to the sensation of traveling and being kind of in that like situation where you're kind of just waiting for to get there, you know, but like instead of waiting to get there, we're waiting for the server to restart, you know.
Are we
Instead of
there yet?
elevator music, do we get airship music?
You
Do we have a
know,
music bot? No, we don't.
I do have Sirenscape. I just haven't activated it right now because I haven't
We
had
don't
time.
have any bards, so we can't anyways.
Okay, I have reset the server. You may come back in. Luckily, this time I didn't have to.
I'm in.
Luckily, this time I didn't have to. Damn it.
Did you end up having to?
I'm going to have to delete a source and re-add it.
It must be eliminated.
Or I can do this.
Did this work? I have no clue what's going on. I'm just trying to.
Everyone, check out our World Anvil site at world.mystimonsaga.com. And now I'll go back to here. Damn it. Get the stream view password again. There. Jackie lives in Brazil, so I imagine that sort of thing is common there, isn't it?
What?
Your power outages?
Depends.
It is. I mean, it is
I'm not.
the really hot time of year, so
Yeah, it is, but right now it's actually pretty cold. But I think the lights fall somewhat. I'm not at home right now. I'm visiting my hometown for the winter break, but uh apparently the lights kind of fall out or flicker a little bit here more than they do back at home.
Alrighty then. So you make it to Apargo without much more trouble. Besides Esther almost choking on a piece of candy.
Yeah. Yeah, she like. By the way, when's it gonna? Who's next time, asshole? Oh, Jesus Christ! And she massages her throat a little bit, kind of like recovering.
Do you need some help?
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh God.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Rude says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going."
That doesn't sound very sorry.
I should have it written down somewhere that whoever kills me pays for the funeral.
I spend all my money on booze.
Well, that's at least a month without booze, so more next time. So I guess.
So, you finally make it to Apargo, and as you step off, you immediately feel this brush of cold air at you. It is cold. You step off into a pile of snow.
This will be the first moment you guys witness the snow kind of melt and around Briesinger's feet.
And
wish I could do
Irud
that.
steps off, and she's like, "Ah, this is like the islands for me."
Nostalgic?
Very.
I would
Anyways,
prefer to not be here.
anyways, let me know when you want to leave.
Are you just gonna like stay here in the ship, or are you gonna be like in a hotel, or where can we find you? Is what I mean.
I'll stay here at the ship. Not like
Oh,
I have
Jesus,
anything
sorry.
else, anything better to you.
There are tons of things you could do. And he will,
Like
he will
what?
not elaborate. He will not elaborate anymore.
So, what do you all want to do first?
What time? What
Open-ended
time is it?
questions.
Well, that is a very good question.
Yeah.
Give me a moment while I mess with our clock here. It is. Give me a second.
Why does that? Ignis, could you remind me of your character's name, please?
Ryson.
Ryson.
Montemond. Raisen.
Ryson Mont.
It is the 28th of Coryphus of 2743, and the time is about 3:49 in the afternoon. And let me start time. Time has been started. And there's also a blizzard, and it's also at minus 23.3 C.
Ooh,
It's
that's
cold.
cold.
Yeah, it's very cold.
Yes.
Even in Canadian terms.
Yeah, it's very, very cold. Rune says, "Welcome to the edge of the world."
I believe
Like
that
I
is
said-
Arctica, if I'm not mistaken.
Arcticus, same thing. Antarctica is just
What?
a hop and a skip across the pond from here.
Right.
Well,
Either way,
like
it's way farther north than I would ever like to be.
I said, good day to have fur, I guess.
Would you kindly point us in the direction of the nearest city and/or establishment?
Apargo, the city of Apargo is just over yonder. She points towards the east. You'll have to cut through those woods there.
Is that where we are going?
I believe so.
Could I request that? Could I request that we have a party token on the map so that we could more easily track our location?
Let us
On
add
the
a
words
token.
of
That's
I
a good idea.
believe so.
Let us add a
On the
token.
words of I believe so, Bastille immediately starts walking in that direction.
Esther, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to use you as the party token.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna immediately, as soon as I see them walking, I'm gonna follow. The sooner we can get out of this cold, the better. I'm
If the cold is uncomfortable for you, I advise you stay near me as, how do I put this? I emanate heat from my core. Don't get too close as it's currently working above normal measures to compensate for the bitter frost.
Yeah. I guess we could be in a worse situation, huh? We do kind of just have a living heater with us. Thanks, man.
A living heater.
A sentient living heater at that.
I don't remember Bifrost ever being referred to as a living heater. I remember he hated the
Guess
cold.
not.
He hated the cold so much he got a magical item that protected him from it.
Ironic to
Considering
hit the cold when frost is in your name.
Yeah.
considering that this is there's a blizzard, are we required to make a survival check of any sort?
Yes, actually. As you
Oh no.
travel through these woods to get to Apargo, you need to make a survival check. Thank you for
Right.
bringing that up.
Very welcome. I guess I'm the teacher's pet now. I'm sorry, guys.
That's Jackie's job.
Hey Seth, we had homework.
In that case, out of character, which of us is most adept in survival such that they can lead at the front rank?
I've got a plus 15.
15.
Better than
Going
my
15.
11.
Go
Cannot
and get
give
his 15.
opinions.
Pardon? Could you say that again?
I'm just saying, not me. It ain't me.
All right, 15 goes to 15. Sold.
Okay.
I'd like a refund.
Yeah,
It's still
21's
above
not
20.
going to do very well. You can re-roll that with one of your story points.
Sure.
You don't want to
They're
be
your
buried in the
points.
snow.
On that topic, is there a help action in Pathfinder?
There is an assist.
Yeah, you
And,
can. There's.
and that
Oh,
adds to his role as opposed to gives him advantage, right?
yeah. There's aid has a set DC that is usually determined by the GM or just 20, and succeeding gives whoever you're aiding a +1 or a +2 if you crit succeed.
Right. Um, I'd like to aid him. Can I aid after the fact, actually?
Jackie?
Let's look that up. 1 second. Let me.
Oh, you finally stumped her.
I don't remember. Let's look up aid.
To use this reaction, you must first prepare to help, usually by using an action during your turn. This is end turn.
That's just referring to aid in combat, like the reaction. I think it doesn't say, so up to the GM in the aid like activity. I think it's up to the GM in the aid like rule. I mean,
We could have been working together, considering this isn't combat and
yeah,
time isn't necessarily of the essence. I could have been assisting him by melting away snow to allow him to better track the road, per se.
yeah. Meanwhile, Esther's gonna like grab one of her bedrolls and just like kind of wrap herself around it in like kind of like a blanket, a makeshift one.
So, should I roll?
Or
This one?
18. That's actually much worse.
Not
I don't think he re-rolls. I think I roll, and whether I get a success or not, it adds to his roll,
Yeah.
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
I
that's how it
think
works.
I think they were spending a story point to reroll.
yeah,
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and it came up worse. You
So,
know what?
public roll?
You know what? This was mentioned to me in the past as a rule that we could try. Because spending a story point in order to have the check come up worse than what you had kind of sucks. So how about we refund that, and you can re-roll it again one more time.
okay,
But whatever you come up with this last time, you have to stick with.
okay. It's hard to get worse than 18 when I have a plus 15.
27. That is much better. Much better.
And does the aid increase it? Or
Brasinger does aid. He does successfully aid.
Can multiple people aid?
no, it's a circumstance bonus.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is 28.
Oh.
So you're traveling through this small patch of woods. It's not that small. It's about 5 miles wide. And Aaron didn't want to land in the woods because she can't land in the city, and it's either land outside the woods or land on one of these islets nearby the city. She can't land in the city, so unfortunately, that's where she had to land.
She could have dropped a spare trooper style.
I would have been fine. I doubt anybody else would.
So you spend some time traveling through these woods. It's now 4:03 in the afternoon. And everyone make me perception checks.
All right. I don't see shit.
Esther is too preoccupied with her candy.
No, she's like.
Is this supposed to be a secret roll or something?
No, it's
No, perception is public.
yeah.
I expect that. How much did I get, GM?
You got a 19. Yeah, you're too preoccupied with something. But
What
still,
do my ventais see?
I rolled a
Nothing.
5.
Oh, that's a
Holy
net 20.
crap! A
Okay, well, damn.
37 critical success from Raisin, and we got a 29 from Bastille. Raisin and Bastille, you both feel like something's watching you.
We're not alone here. Do we have any idea, like, is it just we feel like something's watching us, or in anything else? Any inkling of like where it might be, or
You
from
just
what
have that. You
direction?
just have that gnawing feeling that you're being watched.
I think an
And
immediate self.
and I do have to back up here. Being that you're this far north, the sun is already set. It is pitch black out here. It is dark. Does anyone
I
have
can
any
fix
light
that.
sources?
I have low light vision, and I can.
I have
couple
dark
spells.
vision, and I probably
Wait, what's the difference between low light and dark?
Yeah,
Did you
I
guys-
have dark vision.
Did you guys point out the fact that we're being watched by the?
yeah, because like
Yeah.
I said we're not alone.
Hey Jim.
Hmm?
I have imprecise spirit sense. Can I perhaps spirit any senses? I think I
You don't
just
sense
swap
any.
those two words.
You don't sense any spirits.
I would like to. I think in an immediate self-defense, Bastille is summoning their Eidolon
So
in
and
preparation.
she yeah, she starts to like just kind of having her pistol on hand, and she's like, whatever's around us doesn't have a spirit apparently.
I'd like to
And
survey wildlife to determine.
Esther has low light vision.
I'd like to survey
What
wildlife.
low light vision does is the creature can see in dim light as though it were bright light. So it ignores the concealed condition due to dim light.
Plus, if we need to, there are my what's it called? My color that I chose is light, so I'm sure I have a million spells that would help.
Yeah.
And dark sight or dark vision.
Dark vision.
They can see in complete darkness, as if they were dim light.
Yeah, you can see perfectly in areas of darkness and dim light, such as vision is in black and white only. Though such vision is in black and white only, that's different for certain ancestries. Some forms of magical darkness, such as a 4th level darkness spell, block normal dark vision. Okay, so we have a couple of characters here who would actually benefit from having a light source like a torch. I believe there's actually a flashlight or a lantern in your investigator's pack.
There is a lantern. Bastille does also have torches if anyone would like one.
Sure, I'll light my torch. And I'd also like to survey the wildlife, see what kind of creatures. Specifically, it says determine the presence of nearby creatures.
All right.
I spent 10 minutes assessing the area.
All right, go ahead. Is that a survival check?
Yes.
Go for it. You spend 10 minutes surveying the wildlife, and you have this distinct feeling there's gnomes about. You have no idea why you have this distinct feeling there's gnomes about, even though they're considered to be a myth.
If we're sure that something is around us, Esther's gonna try to just kind of hide around a tree or something.
Just for clarification, when someone rolls a 1 like that, I typically give them the opposite of the information that they're looking for. I typically give them the wrong information.
Yeah,
I figured.
which is why recall knowledge checks are secret. Rules as written, if you roll a critical failure on them, you get erroneous information and you don't know it.
Indeed. So Esther, what were you going to do?
Hiding around a tree, or some sort. Like if we know something is around us, just making sure that she's not the first one that is leaped at, you know?
Okay, so you're going to hide behind a tree?
Yeah, or like in a bush or whatever seems,
Sure,
hidden.
sure. Make a stealth check.
Actually, hang on. Let me check my. I had a focus spell that gave me something, didn't I? I
Possibly.
do. Oh, that is a reaction. Never mind. Then I'm just gonna hide. No more.
Okay.
What's with the rolls today? Oh, also, those are supposed to be blind. I forgot. Do I?
Uh,
Do I?
you can re-roll it as a
Like,
blind check. Well, hope you roll a little better.
yeah.
Once the Eidolon is summoned, Bastil's going to cast Detect Magic to see if there's a magical source for whatever is watching us.
All right.
Watch me have roll wars.
Oh, Jackie, if only you knew.
Okay, that's confirmation.
So what was Bastille doing?
Casting Detect Magic
Oh,
to see
right.
if there are any magical sources outside of our party.
All right. So, cast a detect magic. You detect some traces of Mystia, but you can't tell exactly what it is. You can't tell if it's actually what's watching you or if it's just wildlife. You don't know.
Would there be any sort of check I could make to identify such?
Uh, sure. Try an Arcana check.
Okay. I was gonna say I can do Mystia lore as well, for I've taken diverse lore from basic thaumaturgy for archetype feats. So I can do recall knowledge with Mystia lore at a -2 penalty.
All right. You can try that as well.
Okay.
Doesn't that feat only apply to esoteric lore, or does it apply to any?
It does say esoteric lore. I'm not sure what counts as esoteric lore.
Esoteric lore is a specific type of lore.
Got it. Well, here goes the Arcana, which I will make private. Private or blind?
Blind.
Blind. Here we are. Blind to my own rolls.
Esther, in answer to the question from earlier, I have no idea.
What do you mean?
But still, you have the distinct sense that there must be a portal nearby.
All right. If he has an idea of which way that could be, he's just gonna start heading that direction, keeping the Eidolon close by and leading.
All right. You
No problem,
think
I guess.
it's coming from the northwest.
Okay, he starts heading that way.
For comparison, where are we going and coming from?
You are going towards Apargo, which is right here, and you are coming from somewhere in this direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank you, Foundry, for adding that feature.
Yeah.
It's a very handy feature.
So we start heading there, and what do you find?
You're heading in the direction of Apargo. Basil's going this direction.
Yeah.
Ah. Ah.
Basilis cast detect magic and just turned around and started walking.
Hey, hey, we haven't even, hey.
Yes,
Did you find something?
correct. There are signs that point to potentially a portal in this direction, which might be the source of whatever is watching us.
Okay. Next time, it might be a good idea to let us know before just walking off in another direction.
Affirmative. He starts walking in.
Yeah, and I'll follow along.
Does everyone else follow?
Sure.
Everyone else is following, but still going wherever they're going.
Well, Esther's kind of like hesitant. She's like, "Are we sure we're supposed to be going here? Like, what, what drew you to that conclusion? May I ask?"
Detections of Mystia and magic in the area point to this direction.
I guess.
Worst case, we can always just travel that way for a little bit and then just go right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start heading in that direction. Esther kind of hangs back because she was hesitant first, and Esther, make me a perception check.
Gladly. All right, watch the one.
27. Esther, off towards your right, you see a pair of red eyes. Like they look like red eyes. It's just these glowing red lights. That's all you can really see in the darkness.
Hmm. Okay. 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 I immediately call out as quietly as I can to my allies. Hey guys, there's a little guy there. There's a little fella, a little Grimly.
Which
What?
direction?
Directly where I'm facing. Unmoving for the intimidation factor. Not
Okay.
notice. Yeah, I'm not gonna make any rash movements. I'm just warning you guys to not do the same. Like, red eyes in the forest, never a good sign, just saying. But like, I'm not saying we should attack it. I'm just saying that, we should have whatever weapons or magic that you guys use, just have it on the ready. Because I do have a distinct feeling that it is about to jump at me. But I might just be paranoid, but like, if it does, be sure it dies before it lands.
Shall
What is it
Okay.
I
with you and all?
investigate?
Esther seems a little freaked out, so Esther, I hope you don't mind. I have you roll a stress save.
She's not stressed out. She's just like careful, Just like if we do get attacked.
Shall
Hang
I
on.
investigate?
Sure.
You may go ahead. Just like I said, don't make any rash movements.
So Bastille's gonna send his Eidolon over. This is the safest option.
Yeah.
Okay. Bastille sends his Eidolon in that direction, or Eidolon, it's actually pronounced. You said your Eidolon in that direction, and they don't see anything. And Esther, whatever you saw, the eyes or whatever it was, it vanished.
All right.
There is
So,
nothing there.
Are you
nothing there.
sure
Yep.
you saw something?
100% sure.
Is this what one refers to as a joke?
Nope.
If it was, it wouldn't be a very good one.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm funnier than that.
Yeah, that part where you nearly choked on candy. That was pretty funny. Yeah, you're right.
Right? I'm pretty good at doing those things on purpose to make people laugh.
Yep, she did it on purpose. She absolutely did it on purpose.
Yeah. I'm glad we have an agreement.
So, what are we doing? Are we continuing the direction that we were going before?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
When you say the direction we were going before, do you mean the original or the portal direction?
Are you going this direction? The portal direction? Or are you going this direction?
Bastille's going portal direction.
I'm going. Esther is insisting we go in the town direction because, this whole freezing to death thing, not her thing. This isn't for her.
As soon as you say we should go the other direction, Bastille immediately turns around and starts heading the other direction.
Still,
That was easy,
I think
surprisingly.
Yeah.
All you had to do was ask.
I guess I didn't try that, huh?
Okay. So, you're now heading in this direction. Towards town. Alright.
For the time being, at least.
until we see another set of red eyes.
Hopefully you have your weapons at the ready in case something else jumps out at you.
Yep.
But as you continue that direction, you continue to have that sense of something watching you. And that feeling just gnaws at you the entire way. Even as you finally emerge out of the woods. And you are now facing in this area here, you're now facing a Small fishing town. Looks like it's a fishing town.
Is this the town that we were seeking?
Yes. Uh, you can even make a society check to confirm.
I believe you. For the time being.
This is Apargo. And being that is this late, it's dark. You see torchlights strewn about across along the side of the road, but you don't really see anyone out and about.
Could we ascertain where the nearest tavern and/or inn is?
You can try a society check. You're not sure because you've never been here before.
Fair enough. Nobody's out on their porch, I assume, in this freezing cold.
No, not really.
Where's the biggest, most grand-looking building? Most, like, important looking.
So as you enter town, there's this main road that's larger than any of the other roads. That goes straight through the middle of the town, and you can look straight down this road, and you can actually see the docks. And you see a building that looks larger than some of the others off towards your left, about halfway towards the dock.
Could have still working towards that building.
As you continue into the town, that stench of fish just hangs in the air.
Ryzen is, as we're walking through and the stench gets stronger, he looks more and more disgusted the stronger the stench is.
Don't like fish?
No, I don't. I hate the smell. I hate strong, bad smells in general.
And Esther, what is your reaction to this fishy smell?
No worse.
All
Like
right.
she's notably indifferent.
Notably indifferent, huh? All right. So you start heading towards that building, and as you come up to it, you actually see this the sign right up the front that says the Fishtail. So you assume that this is the tavern.
Wonderful. I'm gonna walk in.
You walk right in, and a bartender yells at you from the bar and says, "Howdy, what will you have?" I
Raise my hand.
never seen you folk around here before.
Because we've never been here before.
Put an
That's
observation.
fair.
We are investigators here on behalf of the Wayfinder Society. Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm
Yes,
saying that
yes,
Come
yes.
right. Yeah, okay. We're here to investigate the creature, which may not be a Mystimon that has been terrorizing your town, potentially slaying.
You'll probably want to be speaking to some of our hunters. Some
Most
of our
likely in due
hunters
time.
would most likely be able to tell you what you need to know. They are the ones who mostly head out into those woods.
Right. And are there any that are awake and sober at this time?
And you see a gruff Vakaran individual at the bar who raises his hand and says, I'm a hunter, though I'm not really hunting. Not anymore. I will not go out in those woods. There's
What
Afraid
something
of
happened?
being
there.
hunted?
There is something there. I can't tell you what it
Something like
is.
oh
But can you tell me about it?
yeah.
I can tell you what I saw.
All right.
I saw a
Spare
creature
no
with
detail.
these large bat-like wings, this
Mhm.
strange horse-like head, these hooved feet. It looked like a horse with bat wings, and this tail, that looked like the tail of a dragon. I can't tell you what it is. I've never seen
How
anything of
big
it
was it?
like.
Well,
How big was it?
that
It was
Yeah.
huge. It was big. It was
Mm.
bigger than you.
And does it prefer to ambush or to stalk or to, I don't know, sow fear? Do you know how
It's
it?
it's an ambusher. It's a stalker. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I think it's probably a stalker, considering you know.
As he's speaking, I'm gonna try my best to sketch down a relevant image just from the details that he's providing, and I'm gonna hand it over to him and ask how accurate it is to what he is describing.
That's it. Get that away from me. It gives
You
me
do not need to worry. It
nightmares.
is just a drawing.
Tender, another drink.
All right. Have this round on me, speaking of, and I'll toss the or keep the cost of it, and I'll sit down next to him. I'm gonna ask him, could you point on this map here where it has been spotted most often and where it was spotted last?
Uh, I'm going to move the party token over there. Uh, they point towards this spot here. And they also point towards here, there, and here.
Okay. As he's doing
I
that, I'm gonna. Sorry, you can go ahead. What do you
oh,
want to
no.
do?
I know this is probably a oddly specific question, but did you happen to see what color its eyes are?
Very red.
Oh, you
Brightest red you've ever seen. The color of blood.
Is
Hmm.
there anyone with summoning capabilities here
Not that I know
in the
of.
town?
Right. As he points out the locations on the map, I'm gonna annotate them, and then I'm gonna try and rough up a kind of a I don't know how to describe it, just a web of correlation. See if there's any common path between those places in relevant in yeah, in relevance to routes, roads, abodes, people living out there. Just trying to
Yeah.
connect the dots.
All right. As you're doing that, the Vakaran hunter yells, "Cape! Another ale! Get my friends an ale too."
I don't drink.
You'll start drinking after you go back out in those woods.
Thanks.
Could I potentially use this to pursue a lead? The information that he's providing to me?
Sure. Sure, absolutely.
So, my first time. Let me skim over this. You spend 1 minute. Let's see. Okay, so I need to perform a perception or a skill check to investigate a designated subject. What would be the skill check for trying to find a correlation in this creature's path, hunting grounds, etc.?
I would say survival. Survival seems most fitting.
Could I? That would work. Okay, survival it is. I was gonna say nature. Could I possibly use nature?
Mm, you could try using nature.
Awesome.
Could I
I
aid him
gain.
in a nature survival check?
You can make a
Could I
survival check.
provide aid?
You can
Okay.
aid. You can aid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a nature check to aid.
Yep. Uh, here we go.
Will it be a blind GM roll?
Yes.
I don't think you get a bonus from me, sadly.
So the only correlation you can come up with for between those two spots is possibly a game trail.
Mm. What I could do actually instead of your aid, I can. The investigator dedication gives me something called Clue In, which allows me, and I quote, you share information with the triggering creature. They gain a circumstance bonus to their check equal to your circumstance bonus to checks investigating your subject from pursue a lead. And then the GM can add any relevant traits to this reaction depending on the situation.
Okay,
If it's
frequency
auditory.
once per 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Another creature attempts a check to investigate a lead you're pursuing. So that's the trigger is someone else has to
Reaction.
attempt a check to investigate this
No,
lead.
I'm definitely going to present it to Bastille, and I'm going to inquire on his professional opinion.
Can I make a check since I'd already done an aid check?
Sure. Or anyone
Okay.
else can too. Like
Anyone better at nature than 11? Because I'm just working off untrained improvisation.
Same. Same.
Let me check. Yeah, I'm trained in it.
All right. $21.
He gains my circumstance bonus as well.
You gain a circumstance bonus to the check equal to your circumstance bonus to checks investigating your subject from pursue a lead.
Yes.
And that circumstance bonus is +1, so it's 22. So, yeah, you're kind of narrowing in on it could be a game trail.
Okay. I'm gonna.
So, such as um, someone here has has the bestiary lore skill, right?
I do, yes.
Make a bestiary lore skill check.
Do I get a circumstance bonus from pursue a lead? Since
Sure.
it's
Yes. Absolutely.
thank you. Would you like it as a blind GM roll?
Yes. It is a recall of knowledge. Alright. So, the wildlife that you know could be in this area, being this far north, you can't tell for sure, for absolute certain, what wildlife are here, but you do know that there are Draren, which are reindeer Mystimon, that could be in this region. You also know that there are Polarex, which are polar bears. They could also be in this region. Grizzlies could also be in this region. And if Polarex and Grizzlies, they're predators, of course, but they're also omnivores. Uh, but game that could be here is most likely like Draren.
Hmm. We're gonna ask the hunter about this hunting grounds. Ask him about the nature of the game in this area.
Oh yeah, there are tons of Draren here.
Hmm. Seems that
And
this creature.
and there's also a number of Grizzlies in the area and Polarex. The Polarex are closer towards the coast though, but I've hunted Grizzlies here and I've hunted Draren.
Right. And considering this creature's bat-like features, where would you, and please point on the map if you could, uh, know of any caves or caverns, ravines, something of that sort?
Probably there.
Right. And, considering your professional opinion, would you say that it is large enough to accommodate a creature of that, considering it would desire to make a layer of it?
Well, I haven't really gone into any of these caves, but there are a number of caves in this region here.
Hmm.
I haven't really gone into any of them, so I can't really tell you for sure.
Fair enough. Do you know of any other hunters that have been to these caves?
Mm, not that I know of.
Right. Well, I won't disturb you any longer. Perhaps my coworkers have some questions for you. For now, that's all from me.
Do you
You've already
know if you have
yeah, whatever.
seen any portals, or if anyone has mentioned such?
Portals?
Correct.
Maybe the Northern Lights? I don't know. I have no idea what you're on about. He looks at you like you're crazy.
You don't know the
Right.
type of shit we're seeing, man. Don't give us that look.
Right. So, speaking towards the group now, I assume you all would prefer to stay the night and go out in the daylight as opposed to venturing forth under what little moonlight we have.
The light is not the problem for me, but yes, I would prefer to go out in the morning.
Yeah, maybe we just find somewhere nice to dine and call it a night.
The barkeep looks at you, sort of offended, and says, "Isn't this place nice enough?"
I don't know. We do.
I'm gonna look over at the barkeep and I'm gonna ask, you do offer where not
Some
hospitality.
rooms? Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
some rooms here.
Boarding. Boarding is the word I'm looking
Yes.
for, yeah.
Yeah, we've got rooms.
Awesome.
How many rooms will you need?
Do you have one room with 2 bunk beds?
Sure.
Wonderful. Then that is what we require.
All right. Anything else I can do for
For
you?
Perhaps send some supper and drinks such that are uh
What would your
biological.
rooms be? Also.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
How's fish for you? It's about all we have since none of the hunters will go in the woods anymore.
Thank you kindly.
Can you how you know what? I'll take it. I'm hungry.
All right.
So how much is both the room and the fish?
The room is going to be 2 silver a night, and the fish dinner is going to be 1 silver.
Is this
Right.
per person?
Yes.
Okay.
I would assume the room is for all of us, considering
Yeah.
I asked for 2 bunk beds.
Yeah.
Single. And for safety purposes, I will be taking the bottom bunk.
One of our viewers says, order the roast beef and grilled salmon. Well, unfortunately, there's no roast beef because none of the hunters will go in the woods.
Yeah, that's a real issue here.
But the grilled salmon, sure.
As long as it doesn't smell like fish, I'm fine.
Well, we can't help you there. I think fish is always going to smell like fish, isn't it?
I mean, if it's well cooked, maybe it doesn't.
Luckily,
There's a big
salmon
difference.
tends not to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head to the room and organize my belongings before powering down.
Alrighty. And Esther and everyone else?
Yep.
I'll get some. I'll order some of the, if there's any salmon or whatever, and then once I'm done with that, I'll do the same.
Alrighty.
I still will go and do the same. Except for the food.
Alrighty. So, everyone has their dinner. I'm going to keep this bookmark over here. Everyone has their dinner and you rest through the night and wake up at around 6 a.m. 6:07 a.m. And today it is minus 22.8 C with some scattered clouds, but mostly clear.
Fantastic.
So
That sounds good.
better than a blizzard.
Oh, certainly. Dear Lord.
So I assume you all head downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Asher definitely wakes up last.
As you come downstairs, you look over towards the bar and you see the Vicard hunter. His head is like on his rested on his arms. He's conked out literally at the bar.
That's a way to advertise your drinks.
I'll walk over to him and try to like gently shake him awake.
You gently shake the hunter awake, and he's like, ah,
It's morning.
morning.
Good morning.
I'm not sleeping.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're not gonna fire you.
Fire? Where? He's looking around.
Apparently nowhere. It's pretty cold still.
Unfortunately.
Wakey, wakey, eggsy,
But-
bakey.
But and she gives him like a she gives him a thumbs up. If we do start a fire, you're gonna be the first to know.
Better let me know.
Of course.
It's a fire inside Brissinger, correct?
Yeah, there's
actually.
a fireplace. There is a fireplace.
No, inside the other automaton.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I am as close to the fireplace as I could safely get, by the way.
So yeah, at the question of fire, where's fire? Bastille's just gonna point to him.
And you two could have a pair of story points. One story point each.
Yippee.
Uh-oh, somebody having Windows problems again?
Nope. That was just me plugging in my phone to charge, and I use it as a mic, so
Ah.
when I get a notification, it is very audible in VC. So I'm gonna mute that now.
Alrighty. The hunter says, you going out in those woods?
Yep.
Well, your funeral.
It sure is.
Someone has to hunt it.
Yeah.
Again, your funeral.
Promise you'll be there.
It's not going to be our funeral. It's a figure of speech.
But if it is,
I'm
Could look
not,
at him with a blank face.
I don't even know you, you crazy folk.
but you were the first one to declare it.
Greetings, I am Bastille.
Anyways, going out in those woods is crazy.
Oh, that explains you.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
I believe they were calling you crazy.
I didn't say that. Anyone heard
You
me
strongly
say it?
implied it.
That's up to interpretation.
The
There's no need to
bartender
lie. We all know you're
finally
saying it.
comes and says, "Oh, don't worry about Varen here. He's kind of a regular."
I know. I figured, considering you let him sleep the night at the bar.
I can't get him to leave. Leave?
You shouldn't. That's business.
Would you like him removed?
No, no.
But if you do, you gotta pay us.
The hands that were slowly coming up to lift to the patrons slowly go back down to their sides.
Your automatons take everything seriously, don't they?
The plural is automata, and yes, they do.
I can relate. I can relate.
Yeah, my frost certainly took things literally. So, what will you have?
Whatever's warm.
Alright. More fish coming right up. How about fish sticks? There's only so many ways I can cook it.
Bryson looks slightly displeased, but says yes.
Not much you can do, because the hunters won't go in the woods. Which is a problem.
This has been stated.
Yep. So you all have your breakfast. And I assume now, as the sun is just starting to come up, around 7:12-ish, I assume you're now heading out towards the woods.
You assume correctly.
Yep.
It is dawn now. This is the stroke of dawn. The sun is just starting to peek out over the horizon as you head towards the woods. And that is where I'm going to end today's session.
Okay.
I want to
Alright.
thank our viewers for coming and watching this crazy circus. And we will be live in 2 weeks. Let's see. We'll be live in 2 weeks.
August 10th.
August 10th. We'll be live on August 10th at 6 p.m. Pacific Time Standard, or Daylight Savings Time, or whatever. Whatever it is now. I don't keep track of it. Thank you for to our viewers. And thank you to our new players, and thank you to everyone.
It was a pleasure meeting you all and playing with you. I
Mhm.
look forward to our many adventures together. Till then, good night and be well.